Hi boys and girls. In today's math lesson we are going to review what we've already learned about 2D and 3D shapes. So you will better be able to identify all common 2D and 3D shapes, be able to find 3D shapes in common everyday objects, as well as sort 2D and 3D shapes according to their features. Now remember, in our last lesson we talked about 2D shapes having, remember what did we say? Good, length and width, right? That they are flat shapes. 2D shapes are flat. They only have length and width, but they do have some things that we always talk about. They have sides, right? Well, most of them have sides, and they have corners or angles, and they have those points. One point is a vertex, but many are vertices. So those are 2D shapes, flat shapes. And then we also learned all about 3D shapes that also have one added feature. They have a length and width, but they also have depth. That's how deep they are. So solid shapes have more substance. That makes them be able to roll and stack and slide, right? Because they're not flat shapes. And we talked about 3D or solid shapes having faces. Most have faces, right? And those faces are the flat surface or part of the solid. And so that's why we can see 2D shapes within 3D shapes. So like this face right here of this rectangular prism is in the shape of a rectangle. And we also said that 3D shapes have lines, right? But we don't call them lines or sides like we do in 2D shapes. We call them edges. And that's where the two faces meet. And finally, 3D shapes have, like 2D shapes, vertices, right? Those points, except this time instead of two lines meeting, we have three edges or three faces meeting at a vertex or many vertices. So those are common things, features of most 3D shapes. And speaking of 3D shapes, I have this really cool book to read you. It's called Captain Invincible and the Space Shapes. Now, invincible, in case you don't know, means it can't be destroyed. Like most superheroes are invincible. They can get hit and punched and thrown out buildings, but they are invincible. You can't get rid of them. So, this story is by Stuart J. Murphy, and it's illustrated by Remy Simard. And I know you are so super smart, and you're going to be able to find there's tons of hidden 3D shapes in this story. I'm sure you're screaming or pointing some out right now, which is so awesome. But I just want to tell you, for now, today, just listen to the story, and then maybe not our next lesson, but in one of our math lessons this week, we'll look through and I'll let you use those super big brains of yours and find all the hidden shapes that I know you will see in here. But right now, just listen to this amazing story to help us review our 3D shapes. I'm Captain Invincible, king of the skies. With my space star comet, I've conquered galaxies. We're fearless in our spaceship, the Hawk. But now we must return to Earth. Getting home will be tricky. Danger lurks at every turn. But our space shapes will help get us there. Can you tell which of these shapes are flat? Most of them are 3D solid shapes. Can you point to the flat ones? Very good. A square and a circle are 2D flat shapes. Awesome. Oh no! It's a meteor shower. Watch out, if the rocks hit us, we'll never make it home. Oh no! Comet, push the first button after the square. So he's talking about this one right here, the first button after the square. You know what that is. That's the one. The cube. The radar beams from our directional cube will help us find a path to safety. Good thing the 6 square faces of the cube were working properly. Remember, we can see a few of them, right? 1, 2, 3 at least. It takes more than space rocks to stop Captain Invincible. And the dog says, "Hey, I did all the work." Woof, woof. Right? He pressed the button. That's odd. The stars are getting fuzzy. It's almost as though we were floating into a cloud of poison gas. Must not black out. Oh no, what are they going to do? Must try. Oh, they want this shaped button. Do you remember what this one is? Awesome, that's right. The cone. They have to try the cone, right? We're going to be okay, Comet. The cone will pull the gas in through its base, or the bottom face of a 3D shape is called a base, remember? The cone will pull the gas in through its base, shaped like a circle, and send out clean air through its tip. Ah, good as new. Phew, I was worried about them for a second. They sure seem invincible. Now we can just relax and... What's the matter, Comet? Woof, 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 woof. Oh, that's just a flying saucer. A flying saucer? Ah! Only one chance. The only button that can save them is this one. Do you remember that shape? The pyramid. Good job, you're so smart. The square base holds it steady while the 4 triangle-shaped faces come together and shoot a sonic beam that will send that alien ship back where it belongs. The other side of the universe. We're almost back to Earth now, Comet. We'll be fine as long as we don't run into Something tells me they're going to run into it. Galactic beasts! Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Are you shaking? Don't worry, Comet. We'll send out the... Remember what this one is? Very good. Cylinder. First, we'll send out the cylinder. The circle-shaped base will open up to release. And what's that one? No faces on that one. Good job. A flying sphere. That took care of that beast. Woof, woof. Wow, they're amazing. They're like superheroes. Finally, there's the landing pad. So we hit the what was this one? I almost gave it away. It's like a cube, but we stretch it out and it has some rectangle faces, not just square faces like the cube. Right, so we hit the rectangular prism button to release the landing gear. And the gear's out. We're almost there. Almost. Hey! Crash! Oh my goodness. What happened? What's going on? Asked Dad. You woke everyone up. Hey, said Brad, look at your spaceship. It's all broken. Go to bed, Sam, Mom said, yawning. I should say, go to bed, Sam, Mom said, yawning. You can clean up this mess tomorrow. Tomorrow? Tomorrow I'll be Captain Stupendous. King of the Seas. T-H-E-E-N-D. And. Wow, I like that kid's imagination. What a cool space adventure. And it helped us learn so many amazing shapes. So now that we reviewed those 3D shapes, since those are the newest ones for all of you, we're going to do our sort. We're going to sort 2D and 3D shapes. So if you look behind me, you can see I have a poster here. And it says 2D shapes, which have angles and vertices or points, length times width, all the things we talked about. And then down here, 3D shapes that 2D are the flat, 3D are the solid shapes like we just saw in our book, right? And they have edges and vertices and faces, right? So you're going to help me sort, but I need you on your lily pads. Remember, when you're on your lily, but this time, remember, when you're on your lily pad, I'm going to have you do this. If it's a 3D shape, you're going to tell me the name, and you're going to leap like a frog, right? But if it's not a 3D shape, you're going to hold up your hands in the air like you just don't care. You can't see mine here. I'm holding up way high, right? You're going to hold your hands in the air like you just don't care and tell me the name of the 2D shape. So it's very important that we practice the name so I can hear you. This time you can shout it out, right? I want you to say the name and hands in the air like you just don't care if it's a 3D shape, or hop up really high like a frog if it is a 3D shape. Ready? Now I'm going to put them on my poster here based on what you tell me. Okay, ready? First one. Good. Triangle. That's a 2D shape. Awesome. And this one. Yay. Another 2D shape. Super. What about this one? Oh, that was some good leaping. That's right. That's a 3D shape. It's a cone. Remember, you have to look for that curve at the bottom. Good. Rectangle. 2D. Ooh, what about this one? Good job. Hopping like a frog. That's a 3D shape. It's a pyramid, a square-based pyramid. Ooh, this is a tricky one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Awesome. It's a pentagon. Hands in the air like you just don't care. This one. Good. If you said diamond, remember its fancy kindergarten name is rhombus. Awesome. Oh, what about this one? Wow, I bet you did some high leaping on that one. That is a cube, 3D. What about this one? Awesome, 2 hops in a row. That's a sphere. What about this one? Good job. 6 sides, a hexagon. Very good. That's a 2D flat shape. What about this one? Good job. Cylinder. Leaping, leaping, leaping. Are you getting tired yet? What about this one? That's a tricky one. 8 sides. Octagon, right? Not everybody knows that one. That's a tricky one. Octagon. It's like a stop sign. There's some good balance in there. What about this one? Yep, trapezoid. Hands in the air like you just don't care. It's a flat one. And this one. Good leaping. That is a rectangular prism, right? Like a cube that we stretch out. Good job, square. Gotta get those up there. Yep, oval. Awesome job. Yeah, did you hop on that one? That is a pyramid. It's a triangular-based pyramid, but it is a pyramid, which makes it a 3D shape because of its length, its width, and its depth. And finally, awesome, triangle. A triangle just doesn't look like this, does it? Nope, it comes in all shapes and sizes, right? So that is another triangle. All right. Awesome job, boys and girls. You can really tell now when you see them all together how these flat 2D shapes look much different than these solid 3D shapes, right? You can see the faces and the edges coming together and the points, except for the sphere, of course. It doesn't have any of those things. All right, you are doing amazing. I'm so proud of you. Let me give you a cheer. I'm trying to think of what's a good one. I'm just going to do Spidey because it's what I'm thinking of now. Oh, you know, we haven't done it in a long time. We'll do the hamburger cheer. Ready? It takes a while, but you're worth it. Okay, ready? So make your hamburger. Put it in the frying pan. Shh. Is it done? No, not yet. Flip it. Shh. Is it done? No, not yet. Flip it. Shh. Is it done? Yes, well done. Whoosh! Now, eat your hamburger. Nom, 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 nom. Eat your french fries. Drink your shake. Brain freeze. And one more. Whoosh! That's how amazing you did. I took the time to do the hamburger cheer. Good job. All right, now if you're not off your lily pad, come back and sit right back down. We are almost done. We are going to do I was going to ask you, remember at the end of our first main lesson, I asked you if you had time to go and do a shape hunt and look for 3D shapes around your house. I wonder if you made a list or you drew some pictures. And if you did, I wonder if you found any of these objects. So I'm going to show this to you. And it has lots of common everyday objects that are in the shape of 3D shapes. So, but for each shape, I'm going to tell you something different, right? So the first thing I want you to do is point to all of these shapes. What was this one called? Right, it doesn't have any faces or edges or vertices. It's a sphere. So can you go ahead and point to all the spheres that you see on this page? Okay, a little bit longer. Try to catch them all. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's check. Did you get the earth and the ball of yarn and the orange and the soccer ball and the baseball and the beach ball? Of course you did. So smart. Okay, next I want you to do is you're going to, instead of pointing, you're going to karate chop. So pretend you're karate chopping what I want you to, the shapes, the 3D shapes I want you to find. But don't really hit your computer, right? You gotta stop. Stop before you hit the computer, actually. All right, so I want you to karate chop all of these shapes that you see. It has that one face, that's the base, right? This is a what? Good, ice cream cone, a cone, right? So find all the coins and karate chop them. Ready, go. Can you find them all? There's one that's kind of tricky, actually two. You may think it's a cone, you may think it's a cylinder. I don't know, we'll talk about it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you find the snow cone and the party hat and the construction cone and the ice cream cone? Did you say this one? I think it kind of looks like a cone. This is the one that some people may say it's a cylinder, but I think it's coming to a point. And then there is the beehive, which you may call it a cylinder, you may call it a cone. Depends, like this one kind of looks like a cone, but some honey beehives look like more of a cylinder because they're more round on the, so whichever one you said, I'm still proud of you. All right, awesome job. Great karate chopping. All right, next one I want you to do is, okay, I'm going to show you. You're going to get your magnifying glass out, right? Make your magnifying glass. And I want you to frame all of this shape that you see. What's this shape? It has two faces, right? What's this one called? Cylinder. Very good. So I want you to get out your magnifying glass and see. I would do like this. I would find a cylinder and I would frame it with my magnifying glass. Okay, ready? On your marks, get set, go. Frame all the cylinders. Remember, if you call that one a cylinder, it's okay. It's kind of tricky. I think it looks more like a cone, but there's lots of other ones to find too. Oh, are you getting them all? Are you framing them all? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, did you find the battery? Did you frame the peanut butter jar? And the Coca-Cola can? And the jam jar? And the toilet paper? And the candle, that was a tricky one. And the can of carrots. And you know what, boys and girls? Silly Mrs. Gibbs, I think I missed the puffer fish when we were talking about what? Spheres, right? I'm so sorry. I don't know how I missed that one. And I think I may have missed the orange too. You're probably going, Mrs. Gibbs, you missed some. I don't remember, but if I missed them, I'm sorry. And thanks for being smarter than me and finding them all. All right, sorry. So back to our cylinders. All right, I think that was the last one. I don't think I missed any. Okay, now I want you to give 2 thumbs up. You just can't hold this and do 2 thumbs at the same time. So take this thumb and double it for all of the 3D shapes that you see like this. 6 faces. And they're all in the shape of a square, right? Lots of vertices, lots of edges, right? But it has to, every face has to look like a square. So be careful because there's some other shapes that aren't. So this shouldn't take you long because there's just a couple of, oh, what was it called? Cubes, right? There's just a couple of cubes there. See if you can find them. Give them 2 thumbs up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you find this cube? This Unifix cube? And the box is a cube, right? Very good. There are actually only 2 cubes on this one because the other ones that kind of look like a stretched out cube are... Very good. What's this one? Rectangular prism, right? Because its sides, a lot of its sides look like rectangles, not squares. Still have 6 faces, still have the same number of edges and vertices, right? But it's a stretched out cube, so it's a rectangular prism. So Mrs. Gibbs is out of ideas, so just go ahead and do whatever you want. Karate chop or point or give 2 thumbs up to the rectangular prisms. On your marks, get set, go! All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you find the cereal box and the cookie box and the kitty litter box? I think that is. Wow, you are so amazing. That was awesome. You found 3D shapes and common everyday objects, just like I said you would. I'm not surprised because you're so super smart. And we also made our cool 2D versus 3D shape. You sorted those so well. And of course, you named all of our amazing 3D shapes, right? Except there was one that wasn't on this paper. Do you remember? We talked about the cube and the cylinder and the rectangular prism. And we found lots of cones. And we found the spheres, right? But there's one more shape that wasn't on here because you don't see it very often. Do you remember what it was? Okay, count of 3. Tell me. 1, 2, 3. That's right. It is a pyramid, right? Remember, it has the square base or face, right? The bottom face is called a base, and then 4 triangle faces. Very good. The square pyramid. So you did everything I said we were going to do in this lesson, and you did it remarkably well. So now I'll give you my Spidey chair. Ready? You're Spidey-rific. Whoosh! Okay, boys and girls, until our next math lesson. I forgot. If you want more 3D shapes, you can look at the videos that I mentioned in my description, and it'll give you a little extra practice finding them. Okay, so until next time, I'll miss you. Bye-bye.